So this weekend did the final dive to Tech 40 for my Tech 40 student, Jess. He was taking the Tech side mount combined with the Tech 40 class, which is actually a very popular thing to do nowadays. As you can see here, today I am teaching in my KISS Sidewinder, and didn't get it captured well, but on my left side, my tank bolt snap wasn't lined up correctly. Went to Jolla Shores, and on our way down, we hit the thermocline, and it was a balmy 51, 52 degrees. We saw the usual critters out. There are no more tuna crab, but we saw a juvenile horn shark hiding in the grass, and we dropped down to 80 feet. So his profile was to drop down to 80 feet for 35 minutes and then do a 10-minute decompression. 30 feet, we started at 40 feet where he switched to 32%, and then 30 feet, and then wrapped up our decompression at 20 feet. So at 80 feet is actually one of my favorite places to dive on the wall. There's lots and lots of things to see. Visibility was not as good as I was hoping, but once you got to about 80 feet, it did clear up quite a bit. And my favorite were out, the octopus. We actually saw several octopus and several rock crab. This is a female protecting her eggs. And I think a calico bass just kind of chilling in the sand. There was actually quite a few calico bass just kind of hanging out. I don't know if they're sleeping or what, but they were just kind of chilling. And here's a sculpin kicking back in the rocks. Couldn't really actually see it that great because the viz was kind of grainy, but it's a sculpin. Lots and lots of anemone. Again, these are my favorite things to see. They are beautiful but deadly to fish. And we came across several very large octopus. I think the octopus were out because the viz up above was so mucky that we didn't get very good light. So it was fairly dark at around 80 feet. So that one was about the size of your fist. Here's a different horn shark. Again, this one was probably the size of my hand, but it's definitely a little juvenile horn shark just chilling, hoping that I just swim by. And another calico just chilling. I think because it's so dark, they think it's nighttime, so they're sleeping. And another crab just chilling on the wall. And yet another crab hanging out. This guy actually brought out its claws when Jess swam by him. It was like, hey, come back. You want a piece of me? Oh, and here's Jess. He actually made friends with this octopus. He stuck his hand out, and then the octopus reached out with one of its tentacles and grabbed on, and then Jess kind of just hung out with it for a while. It did periodically reach back out to Jess, and then at the end it was like, I'm out of here. When we started our decompression at 40 feet, we were visited by this comrade who literally kind of harassed us a bit. It kept packing at my my necklace hose. It dropped down a few times, and here we are at around 20 feet. Again, as you can see, not very bright. I don't know if that's just the haze or whatnot, but the light's not penetrating through the water that great. And the other thing that I noticed at 20 feet, there must have been millions and millions of these tiny little sand dollars. They weren't full-size sand dollars. I would say they were about not even half the size of a regular sand dollar, but there were millions of them. If you're ever interested in Tech 40, check out my website. Hope to see you down below.